Hey everybody, it is Rick Jorgensen and Angela Giles here with you for our Facebook Done Right webinar. I'm super excited, and I know Angela is as well, about being able to present this to you tonight. We are really looking forward to sharing with you everything that we've got in Facebook Done Right. And we've got a lot of great content that we're going to cover. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just dive right on in and get to it. So the first thing I want to do is introduce myself and Angela, a little bit about both of us. I've got actually a little bit more than 30 years of sales and marketing expertise experience. The clients that I've worked with have included Microsoft, IBM, and DirecTV. I've been online marketing specifically for the past 15 years. That's been my area of specialty. That's what I do. That's what I really know and understand best. And then finally, I've been focusing on Facebook marketing for the past 5 years. Now, Angela has 7 years of internet marketing expertise. She's really a social media and PR expert. That is really her positions of strength. That's what she knows best. That's what her passion is, really, is what it comes down to. And she's got 7 years of social media marketing experience. Now, on top of that, Angela's got a corporate background in information technology. She has 8 years of IT experience, working with some very large companies on that front as well. So enough about us. Let's just kind of dive in and ask what I think is the $64,000 question. Why Facebook? Why specifically Facebook? Well, let me answer that question with a question. And the question is this: what if you could generate an endless supply of qualified prospects? You could do that day in and day out, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And on top of that, you could get this endless supply of qualified prospects for free. Well, guess what, folks? You can do that, and you could do it within Facebook. That's what's so exciting here. Now, check out some of these Facebook fund facts. Out of 800 million active Facebook users, 31% of these folks are on the site multiple times every day. Now, to translate that into a number, that's more than 250 million people on Facebook every single day, multiple times a day. It's an incredible number. Now check this out. Don't worry about focusing on each one of these. I'm gonna just kind of sum it up for you here. Basically, this is what this study says. Of the online U.S. adult online population, and there is like 78% of the U.S. Adult population is online. And when I'm talking adult population, I'm talking about ages from 18 to 85. Fully 95% of that group, that online group, has a Facebook profile. That's crazy. The next biggest site, social networking site, is LinkedIn, with only 28% of the U.S. adult online population. That's incredible. So where is everybody in social media? Where does everybody that's online have a social media presence? Yeah, it's Facebook. Check this out. 24% of consumers consult their Facebook friends before making a purchase. That's an amazing statistic, folks. That's the other powerful feature of Facebook. It's got that social proof element to it. And 1 in 3 consumers say they're likely to purchase from a company they follow on Facebook. How do they follow you on Facebook? On your fan page. Important stuff to know, folks. I love this illustration here, and I'm going to break this down for you. You know, when you first come to Facebook, most all of you make a connection in what we all call our warm market, right? That's close friends, that's family, that's, you know, people you work with, people you may go to school with, whatever it happens to be. That's your warm market. Those are fairly easy connections. You get those right away. But once you get past that point, then if you're on Facebook to expand your network presence, to give yourself greater visibility from a business standpoint, then you have to start dealing with these two markets right here. The acquaintance market, again, is a relatively easy market to tap into on Facebook. Now, what's your acquaintance market? Your acquaintance market are all those people that you know but you've lost contact with over the years. So people that you went to school with, people that you used to work with, but you left that company, people that you grew up with, maybe in your hometown, but you left your hometown 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. It's all those people. And that can number into the thousands. So potentially in your acquaintance market on Facebook, there are hundreds, if not thousands of people that you can make an immediate connection with. And here's the cool part about it. Once you connect with these people, right, you kind of exchange a little bit of personal information, you know, how's the family, whatever. One of the first things that almost everybody asks you, so what are you doing these days? I love that. I love it. It's just it's a great door opener, and it's a perfect segue into letting them know what kind of business you're in at this point. What are you doing, right? And share that with them. Then we've got the biggest market on Facebook and your greatest potential prospect pool, and it's called the like-minded market. Now, these are people that you absolutely do not know, but you have some kind of connection with because there is something that you both have in common. It could be that you like a healthy lifestyle in common. It could be a particular hobby. It depends on your niche. Depends on your niche market. But there's something in there that can connect you with these people. Now this number is easily into the tens of thousands. Actually, depending on your niche, it could be into the hundreds of thousands. Now, there is an approach for each of these. I'm not even going to talk about warm market because that's easy, but there's an approach for your acquaintance market and an approach for your like-minded market, and we'll get into that in a little bit. I love this illustration. I want you to look at this woman. She's got a sandwich board on, and I want you to imagine something. I want you to imagine that you are at your local mall, whatever that is, the biggest local mall you've got, and you're there at Christmas time. So there are literally thousands of people in this mall. Imagine that each one of those people is walking around with this sandwich board, and on that sandwich board is everything you'd want to know about them from a prospect standpoint, right? I'm not talking about intimate details, but I'm talking about everything that you want to know about them. Where they currently work, where they went to school, what kind of books they like, what kind of music they like, what kind of movies they like, etc. All the information to allow you to figure out, is there a connection there? Is there something about that person that would connect them to what I'm doing in my niche, in my business? Can you imagine how cool would that be? Well, it obviously doesn't happen in the real world, but guess what? In our Facebook world, it happens every day because you know what this is called? This is your profile. Everybody has a profile in Facebook. And on that profile is all of that kind of information. It's literally your sandwich board. That's what I love about it. Now check this out. This is a list of the top U.S. states on Facebook. These are the total number of users in each one of these states that has a Facebook profile. So check this out. California, over 19 million people. That's over 51% of the population of the state of California has a Facebook profile. That's insane. That's crazy. And then it just goes on and on. But even if you pick a state that would have an older population, like let's just say Florida, 8.8 million people in the state of Florida, which is over 47% of the population. Even Arizona, that definitely has an older population, 2.5 million people, over 38% of the population. Again, that's the beauty of Facebook. It has such a cross-section of America. It even has a cross-section of the world on it, for that matter. So let's drill down a little bit here. Obviously, Facebook now has, I think the latest number that I've seen is almost 900 million users on Facebook. And technically you could say, well, yeah, each one of them is, depending on your market, each one of them is a potential prospect. Well, let's really drill down on it. Let's get down to reality. I did a search in the U.S. and Canada for people that had, for a particular niche, people who indicated an interest in health and well-being. They actually said as part of their profile that they were interested in health and well-being. There are over 12 million people who have identified, they've raised their hand, folks, to say, I'm interested in health and well-being, that you could connect with. Now, a lot of people say, well, Rick, what if I don't have a business that I can sell to anybody anywhere, across the U.S., whatever? What if I have just a local business that I want to connect with people in my local market? Well, that's a great question, but guess what? That's the other fantastic thing about Facebook. You have the ability by city to connect, actually by zip code even, to connect with people in your local area. Now, using that same search criteria, that same niche health and well-being market, I took 3 cities, San Diego, Salt Lake City, and Phoenix, and check this out. In San Diego, on Facebook, there is 111,280 people who have indicated an interest in health and well-being. In Salt Lake City, 83,640 people. In Phoenix, 158,220 people. And I can go on and on and on and on. I think you get the idea. Facebook is a fantastic resource to connect with people in your local market, no matter what you do, no matter who you are. Fantastic resource. Let's get right down, let's roll up our sleeves and get down to what I call Facebook Marketing 101. What are the basics of Facebook marketing? What are the fundamentals? These fundamentals never change. Doesn't matter how good you ever get at Facebook marketing, they never change. And these are the things that you need to be aware of and you need to focus on as you move into seriously marketing on Facebook. So, setting up a proper profile. That's your sandwich board, right? That's your information center. Setting up your profile, these days for most of us we have now the updated timelines, but that profile lets people know who you are, what you're all about, what your interests are. It allows them to connect with you. And remember, there are certain privacy controls on Facebook so that you can set it up in a way that only your friends see this information. And you can control what others see about you, okay? So understand that when you set this up, the whole world doesn't need to see it. Just people that you want to see it, that are connecting with you. But setting up a proper profile is so important. One of the key elements in that proper profile, by the way, is a photograph of you. These days we've got, cover banners, but there's a profile photo. It bugs the crap out of me that people will do a profile photo that's not them. It's a picture of a flower, it's a mountain, it's their dog, it's their cat. Listen, people want to connect with people on Facebook. Put your picture. Get a nice picture. If you have to, go down to Sears and get a portrait taken so it looks professional. Yeah, really, seriously. But have a nice picture that says something. It could be something that really talks about your personality, so it could be a fun picture, like I've got on mine. Or it could be something that was professionally shot. I've used a picture of myself, a portrait I had taken on a cruise ship with a sport coat on, etc., etc. It wasn't too fancy, but it was nice, professionally done. So set up a proper profile. Make it look substantial, but again, who you really are. So certainly, if you're going to be on Facebook, one of your primary activities is making friends, first and foremost, targeting prospects, making friends. You'll hear me interchange the word friends and prospects all the time, okay? But making friends and doing it the right way is a key Facebook Marketing 101 basic. We'll talk more about that in a minute. So once you make friends, then it's all about establishing rapport, making that connection. How do you establish rapport the right way? How do you engage with your friends? What's engagement all about, right? It's about having conversations with people. But the beauty of Facebook is it allows you to have conversations with multiple people at the same time. And in a compressed kind of way. There's no way in the real world you could develop the kind of prospect list and engage with that prospect list the way that you can with Facebook. It just doesn't exist. The other fundamental is, and probably the most important thing, is developing the relationship. Facebook is all about developing relationships. And developing relationships is what it's going to take to convert that prospect into a customer, right? They're only going to ultimately buy from you or work with you if they trust you. And the only way they're going to ever trust you is if you develop a real relationship. But those are the basics. Those are the critical pieces. Now, taking that a step further, we have developed something called the 4 steps to success. These 4 steps, again, are daily activities. And there's a lot of layers to these steps. There's a lot of different elements to these steps. But it really comes down to these 4 steps performed on a daily basis equals big-time success on Facebook. These 4 steps are: step 1, 5 new targeted friend requests a day. Remember, we talked about in the basics, making friends. And let me tell you something. You don't want to squander these friend requests. You don't. Now, this doesn't count people that are asking you to become friends, because you could have an unlimited number of people that are friend requesting you that you're accepting, right? You could do 10, 20, 30, 50 a day. These are requests that you are sending to someone else that you have handpicked. Don't squander these. You've handpicked these people. I'll talk about how do you handpick people in a minute. But 5 of those a day. Don't do more than 5 a day. If you do, then Facebook sometimes will get upset and they'll, do things like suspend your account for 2 or 3 days or whatever. Step 2, 2 to 3 new posts a day related to your niche. This is how you establish rapport. This is how you establish engagement and develop relationships. These posts, critically important to establishing a conversation on Facebook with your prospects/friends. Now, these 2 or 3 posts are usually educational in nature, okay, informative in nature. I'll talk more in specifics about it in a minute. This doesn't include one. You might do a post every day or every other day that's fun. That's just fun. It's kind of an entertaining post. It's a fun video you came across, one of those 17 million videos on cats, something like that, right? Make sure you put those in there as well. Just don't make your presence on Facebook all about being serious and businesslike. Have some fun with it. People like to see that you also have a real personality, so include that. But it's important that you establish yourself as an expert in your niche market as you move forward on Facebook. And this is what will do it for you, step 2. Step 3 is when you begin to engage with someone on a real business level. Step 3 is you want to have 2 to 3 new contacts a day that you invite to your fan page using private message or chat. This is as you begin developing a relationship. After you've begun developing a relationship, you don't send somebody a friend request and send them right to your fan page. You would never do that. Okay? We'll talk more about this in a minute as well. In step 4, 2 to 3 follow-up calls a day to the people who visited your fan page. This is the biggest failure point that I see with people on Facebook trying to use Facebook as a business tool. They for some reason, they freeze up on step 4. They never follow up. They never follow up. They never go back to the person that actually went to their fan page. They think once they get there, it's a done deal. At that point, they'll start buying stuff. Well, no, it doesn't work that way. You've got to follow up. Step 4 is key. So this process, this 4-step process, is a continual circular process. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, back to step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And this is a daily activity process and a daily focus. It's really simple. You stay focused on this. This could be a checklist. Okay, did I do step 1 today? Yep, check. Did I do step 2? Yep, check. Did I do step 3? Check. Did I do step 4? Check. It's a checklist. And it's so simple. Like I said, there's a lot of layers in here. And that's what Facebook Done Right is all about. It's about helping you better understand the layers in all of this and how to deploy it the right way, how to engage the right way, etc. But it comes down to these 4 simple steps, which I think are just simply a checklist. So let's drill down a little bit. Now, 5 new targeted friend requests a day. I don't use the word targeted lightly here. Let's start with your acquaintance market. Remember when we broke down those three markets: your warm market, your acquaintance market, and the market of people that you may have some kind of connection with but you don't know. Okay. This tool right here, this search tool, this friend finding tool in Facebook, on your Facebook homepage, in the upper left hand corner of your Facebook homepage, there is a little icon, two people. It's a little icon, upper left hand corner. If you click on that icon, you'll see there's a link in there that says Find Friends. So click on the Find Friends link and it takes you to a page. If you scroll down that page, there's a section down there that says People You May Know, See All. Click on See All and it brings you to this page right here, which is a search page. Facebook has a series of algorithms that try to figure out who you could be friends with that you aren't already friends with. Usually it's based on your current friends list. So it looks at the people that you're already friends with, it looks at their profile, and then it tries to match up other people for you based on those profiles. Well, sometimes they're right, sometimes they're not. So what this tool allows you to do is to zero in based on a set of filters. You could use one or all or any of these in combination. So hometown, you can just say, I just want to find people from my hometown, or I want to find people where I currently reside, or I want to find people who went to my high school. I want to find people that are connected to certain ones of my friends. I want to find people that went to college with me. I want to find people who I used to work with, okay? Or I went to graduate school with. Whatever it happens to be, these filters will create that for you. It's a beautiful thing. It's a great and powerful tool and allows you to really get to and find your acquaintance market methodically and effectively and efficiently. And you can work on your 5 new targeted friend requests a day probably for a while just on this one alone. But once you've gone through that, you move on to the regular search tool that allows you to reach out to that bigger marketplace, the people that you have something else in common with but you don't know. So in the search box at the top of every Facebook page, you could put in just whatever your niche is. So let's say it's health and wellness. That'll search out everybody that has health and wellness somewhere in their profile. You'll get a list of results. You click over here in this search filter for people, because all you're looking for at this point are people that you can potentially connect with. And then you can go down this list. You can even filter even further, by the way, on location. Let's say that you want to zero in on a particular area, let's say Chicago. So you can put Chicago in, then it just gives you a list of people that live in the Chicago area that are interested in your niche market. Then you can go through and you can just start looking at these people and then start potentially making the connection, sending a friend request, sending a message with that friend request. There's 2 things on here. See where it says add friend? Okay, do that, check. See where it says send message? Do that at the same time. I always send a message with my friend requests. Usually something along the lines of, hi Felicia, we don't know each other personally, but we have some mutual friends in common. If we don't have any mutual friends in common, what I would say is we don't know each other personally, but we share some common interests. I would love to connect with you on Facebook. That's it. It's that simple. But let me tell you, folks, almost no one sends messages. It's idiotic. It's stupid. It really is. I know my mother always told me never use the word stupid when you're referring to people, but I'm sorry, it just is. It's ignorant. Always send a message. Some people have that disabled so you won't be able to do it. Usually I skip those people. I don't ever send a friend request unless it's somebody that I know personally and I don't need to send a friend or I don't need to send a message. But I never send a friend request without sending a message along with it. Critically important. But this is where and how you begin to make the connections with those people that you don't know in your broader marketplace, even zeroing down by your local area. Okay? So, step 1, making friends, making connections. Now, step 2, this is where you begin these conversations. Your conversations are your posts that you put on your wall on a daily basis. And it's related to your niche. And here's an example. One that I posted quite a while back. How about a little arsenic in your juice? And this was a video that was done, an ABC News video, Consumer Reports, test juice for arsenic. Very interesting story, very eye-opening. But here's what I want to point out to you about this. Okay, it's educational in nature. It's a little bit controversial and shocking, but it's got a video attached to it. Videos and photographs are the two biggest things that are viewed and looked at on Facebook by far. If you're going out there and just doing a little post, just a little quote or a little saying or something like that, little snippet of information, and you don't attach a photograph to it, it gets lost in the minutia. Remember, you put it out there, it goes into your friends' news feeds, along with all of the other information from their other friends going into the news feed. Unless you have something visually to stand out in your post, it will get lost. Always, I don't care if it's related to what you're saying or not. Always, always, always put a photo on there. Yes, certainly it's better if it's related to what you're saying, but even if it's not, it's better than not having it on there at all. It stands out more. Look at your own Facebook wall, your news feed, your home page. Look at it. What stands out? What jumps out? Photos. That's what gets your attention. That's what gets the most likes. That's what gets the most comments. That's what gets the most shares, and that's what it's all about on Facebook, folks. That's how you're making the connection. That's how you're engaging. That's how you're developing relationships. Step 3, 2 to 3 new contacts a day that you invite to your fan page using private message or chat. I love private message. Love it. So, after you've got your friend request, after they've accepted your friend request, that starts the engagement process. Then, you're sending them information, they're seeing information that you're posting. You get to a point where you can come back and invite them to your fan page. Here's an example that I did. This is in my chiropractic marketplace, my niche. This is to a chiropractor who accepted my friend request, and I came back and I said, hi Gary, thanks for accepting my friend request. Check out my Social Chiropractor fan page when you get a chance. I'd love to get your feedback. And then I put the link, always put the link to your fan page in there. P.S. Good luck on your new location. I happen to know that he opened up a new location, so I added that in there as well. Here's the beauty of Facebook private message. Every time you put a link, it creates this little preview. So it brands you. It puts the logo of your fan page on there. Actually, it puts your whatever your profile picture on your fan page. It inserts it in there. Whatever your write-up is into there as well. And off it goes. It works extremely well. So once they've come to your fan page, now, when they come to your fan page and they like it, you know the exact moment they do that. If you go to your fan page, you click on the admin panel, you will see all of your new friend requests on the left-hand side. All of your new friend requests. And so you'll know who's come to your page every single day. And so then what's the critical step? What's step 4? Oh, I can't hear you guys, so that's okay. I will take you to step 4. You're doing follow-up calls to the people who visited your fan page. This is where you follow up. This is the follow-up part. Getting back to those people who visited your fan page, sending them a thank you message. You can either post it on their wall with your link. Don't ever send a message or a post without your link. Thanking them for visiting your page and liking your page. Simple as that. Okay? Private message, or you can post right on their wall. Very, very simple process. These steps are critical. These steps are paramount. These steps are your checklist. It's your daily checklist. You do this on a daily basis. These 4 steps, you can't help but succeed. You can't help but succeed on Facebook. Now, what is Facebook Done Right? What have Angela and I put together? We've put together a series of trainings that we've done, training videos that we've done, hours and hours and hours of training that we've organized into sections for you, specifically for you, to walk you through step by step to find the ideal connection, what you do once you connect with people. We've got Facebook tools on there, great tools to build this machine called Facebook out for you. We talk about your fan page, how to build out your fan page, what you do with your fan page, how to create engagement on your fan page. It's all part of the process. So we've broken it down into 3 basic sections. For those of you that are relatively new to Facebook, or you just need a refresher, we've created a Facebook Basics series of videos. These videos are step by step what you need to know to be comfortable with Facebook. If you aren't comfortable with Facebook, everything I talked about leading up to this point is a moot point because you'll never do it. You're not comfortable with it. These series of videos are designed to get you comfortable with Facebook. So that's our Facebook Basics series. Then we've got our 7-Touch series. The 7-Touch series of videos is the take you from the point you do the friend request to the point you close the sale. This is what the 7-Touch series is all about. This is probably our most powerful set of get it done videos that we have in Facebook Done Right. It's an amazing set of videos, and so it has its own section, 7-Touch series. And then finally, fan page training. How to set up your fan page, how to build it out, what you do with your fan page, how do you get fan page engagement, how do you measure success on your fan page. All of that is in this fan page training module and the series of videos that go along with it. Again, hours and hours and hours of video. There's a tremendous amount of value, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars in value in this series of trainings. I can't tell you the time it took Angela and I to build all this out. We're very, very proud of it. We're very excited about it. But we wanted to create a very realistic price point that everybody could participate. And this is what we did. Rather than make it, which we easily could have charged $197 for, we could have charged even more than that. I've seen these videos, this kind of training, not this good actually, sell for $250, $300. You can get this video training series, instant access for only $77. And again, you can control the pace. You can control the pace that you run at. That's the beauty of this. You control it. So if it takes you 4 weeks to get through it, if it takes you 4 months to get through it, it doesn't matter. You control the pace. And again, because you have lifetime access, you have the opportunity with that lifetime access to come back. We're going to constantly update these videos. We're going to add to these videos. This is not a static product. This is a product that will continually be updated. You have the opportunity to get it at a ridiculous price of $77. Now, we decided to add something into this. We decided to create a combo pack with Angela's Twitter Done Right product, which is probably the best Twitter product I've ever seen. This will allow you to not only have the Facebook, power in Facebook and being able to be a power Facebook user, but it will give you the same thing on Twitter and show you how to use the two together as an unbeatable combination. We've put together a combo price of only $127 for these two training products, and that's a savings of $49 if you were to purchase it separately, but as the combination, only $127. So you could get either one when you go to our Facebook Done Right page. Now, here's a super special bonus. For the first 20 people who get our training package, either one of those training packages, first 20 people, I am going to personally give you a Facebook market assessment video. What does that mean? That means I go and I look at your Facebook profile. I look at if you've got a business Facebook fan page set up. I look at that as well. I do a complete breakdown and assessment. Usually it's a 7, 8, 9-minute video. And it breaks it down and shows you everything you need and want to know about what kind of improvements do I need to be making? What should I, what am I not doing right? I give you that analysis for the first 20 people who get our training package. You can see it right here on the screen. This is where you go. The address right at the bottom of the screen here. This is where you go. This is where you can get even more information on this training. This is where you can take advantage of it. Folks, don't hesitate. This is one of the best Facebook trainings in the market today, no question about it. That in combination with Twitter done right, my gosh, you've got the two biggest platforms out there. This absolutely will change your business life. Thank you very much for watching this video. Really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you soon on the other side.